Hi, this is Kara. Welcome to Breaking Free Fridays, or welcome back if you've been following this series. It's great to have you here. Today I felt inspired to talk about how to feel more deserving. And some of the reason that this topic came to mind is this week was my birthday. And I thought about how as kids, often, birthdays are something that we get so excited for, and there's a lot more celebration. And then somewhere along the way, as we get older, for a lot of people, I know this was my experience, and I've heard this echoed from a lot of others as well. Be curious if you can relate to this as well. But somewhere along the way, all of a sudden, birthdays start to become, something that we're flippant about, and it just, feels like another day, or even as we get older, something that we may not even be really looking forward to, because it's like, oh, it's, another year, just another year older, more of that connection to aging. And oftentimes, our society has conditioned this limiting belief around what it means to age. And one of the things that I have noticed, especially in the last few years, is just how powerful it is to really take pause, not just on birthdays. Last week we talked about some of this, but to really be present with what a gift life is and the preciousness of life. And, thinking about birthdays as one of those really special days to take pause and really celebrate and be present with that. One of the things that I've been doing in the last few years, and I really love it, is I take the day off from work, and I make it about things that I love and what's really fun, and being with people that are super special to me, and connecting with loved ones, really having experiences that reinforce the joy in life. So in whatever ways that you find that resonate for you and that you can do something similar, I really encourage you to do that. Not just on your birthday, but definitely then, because you are precious and your life is precious and you are worth celebrating. And it's, one of those things that sometimes we just can take for granted with such ease. And it's also an important thing to realize that not celebrating ourselves, not celebrating what a gift and how precious life is, actually is a way of blocking ourselves from receiving a lot of the things that we want in life, the stuff that we dream of, that we're wanting to manifest, or we're working to create. And so the more that you realize that connection as well, and allow yourself to really take in and receive and feel deserving. And one of the powerful things that you can reinforce, our brains are so incredible, and they operate so much off of questions. And we put a question out there, and our brains will just start working on finding the answer to what we put forward. So something that you can toy with, or use as a framework, and even adapt to something that fits with your particular language. But how can I feel and know to the depth of my being how deserving I am of having an incredibly beautiful, abundant, and miraculous life? And, feel free to adapt that to what really resonates with you. But the idea is to take in at a very deep level how deserving you are. And sometimes along the way, we lose that connection with ourself, that strength of relationship with ourself, and how precious we are. So often this happens as we get older. So one of the other things that is so powerful to do is to really connect with that little one inside. And if you have a picture of yourself when you were a baby or a really young child, or even that part of you, that image of you that you can put in your mind's eye, and really connect with that little one within. It is so incredibly powerful because it brings you to that place that really disarms a lot of the defenses that we create and the resistance and the rejection that we learn to create over time against ourselves. And it really brings us back to the truth of how precious we are, the essence of us within that begins just from, as infants, as even before we're born, that peace that is miraculous, that is the gift of life. So I invite you to try that practice. It is incredibly powerful, especially if you do it with repetition, and even just a few minutes a day, just a matter of seconds even. But taking that time to really reconnect with that little one inside, and just letting the preciousness of you land, and even looking at yourself in the mirror every day, deeply into your eyes, just taking in to the depth of your soul, that the eyes are the window to the soul, and really looking at yourself. And this can be uncomfortable at first, but over time, you'll really feel that deep, true nature of who you are behind the defenses, the protection, the sadness, the hurt, the wounds. And then there's just that essence and true love of who you are as a being inside. So I'm celebrating me, I'm celebrating you. And if you are enjoying these videos, please share them with loved ones and friends. Subscribe and send a like. And here is to your next week being incredible, and a celebration that you can kick off to another level of continuing to really honor yourself and find that next level of grace and compassion for you, and allow yourself to really deeply connect relationship-wise with you, and also to receiving, just allowing yourself to receive more. So here's to your next level of empowerment and breaking free. Bye for now.